Good morning, students. Welcome to your English class. Sports and games. Sports play an important role in the physical and mental development of students. It is very necessary in our lives. Games and sports make us fit and active. And yes, students, today's new chapter is based on the sports. We are going to learn a new chapter from your English reader, Honeycomb, the story of cricket. In this chapter, we would be learning the evolution of cricket and how it is presently played, and so on and so forth. So let us not wait. I would be summarizing the chapter for you. So let us start with the history of cricket. Cricket grew out of many stick and ball games played in England around 500 years ago under a different variety of rules. The word bat is an Old English word that simply means stick or club. By the 17th century, cricket had evolved enough to be recognized as a distinct game. Let us see the journey of the cricket bat from the past to the present. Here you can see how the cricket bat has evolved from it was initially looking like a hockey stick and how it has evolved to the present cricket bat. One of the peculiarities of cricket is that a test match can go on for 5 days and still end in a draw. No other team sports take even half as much time to complete the match. You see, football match is generally over in an hour and a half. Even baseball completes 9 innings in less than half the time that it takes to play a limited overs match. That is the shortened version of modern cricket. Another important characteristic of cricket is that the length of the pitch is specified 22 yards, but the size or the shape of the ground is not specified. The ground size varies, like the ground can be a oval or a circular, or for example, like Adelaide Oval or the Chepauk Stadium in Chennai. It is totally different. Now, a 6 at Melbourne Cricket Ground needs to clear much more ground than that of the Feroz Shah Kotla Stadium in Delhi. Cricket was the earliest modern team sport to be codified. The first written law of cricket were drawn up in 1744. It stated that the principals shall choose from amongst the gentlemen present. That means the two umpires had absolute power to decide all disputes. The stumps must be of 22 inches high and the bail across them should be 6 inches. The ball must be between 5 to 6 ounces and 2 sets of stumps 22 yards apart. The world's first cricket club was formed in Hambledon in the 1760s, and Marylebone Cricket Club, that is MCC, was found in 1787. The Parsi team was also one of the well-known olden cricket teams. During the 1760s and 1770s, it became common to pitch the ball through the air rather than roll it along the ground. This gave the bowlers the option of length deception through the air plus increased pace. It also opened new possibilities for spin and swing. In response, batsmen had to master timing and shot selections. One immediate result was the replacement of the curved bat to a straight one. The weight of the ball was limited to between 5.5 to 5.75 and the width of the bat to 4 inches. In 1774, the first leg before law was published. Also, at this time, the third stump became common. By 1780, 3 days had become the length of the major match, and this year also saw the creation of the first 6 cm cricket ball. Cricket's most important tools are all made of natural pre industrial materials. The ball is made with leather, twine, and cork. Even today, both bat and ball are handmade, not industrially manufactured. The material of the bat changed slightly over time. Once it was cut off a single piece of wood, and now it consists of two pieces: the blade, which is made out of wood of a willow tree, and the handle, which is made out of cane. Unlike golf and tennis, cricket has refused to remake its tool with industrial or man made materials like plastic, fiberglass, and metal. They have firmly rejected it. The invention of vulcanized rubber led to the introduction of pads in 1848 and protective gloves soon afterwards. And the modern game would be unimaginable without helmets made out of metal and synthetic lightweight materials. The origin of Indian cricket marks to be from Bombay, and the Indian community to start playing the game was the small community of Zoroastrians, the Parsis. They bought into close contact with the British because their interest in trade, and the first Indian community to westernize were the Parsis. The Parsis founded the first Indian cricket club, the Oriental Cricket Club, that was the name, in Bombay in 1848. Parsi clubs were funded and sponsored by Parsi businessmen like the Tatas and the Wadias. The white cricket elite in India offered no help to the enthusiastic Parsis. In fact, there was a quarrel between the Bombay Gymkhana and the Whites Only Club and Parsi cricketers over the use of public park. The Parsis complained that the park was left unfit for cricket because the polo ponies of the Bombay Gymkhana dug up the whole surface. And when it became clear that the colonial authorities were prejudiced in the favor of their own white group, the Parsis built their own Gymkhana to play cricket. The rivalry between the Parsis and the Bombay Gymkhana had a happy ending for these pioneers of Indian cricket. A Parsi team beat the Bombay Gymkhana at cricket in 1889, just 4 years after the foundation of the Indian National Congress in 1885. An organization that was lucky to have amongst its early leaders the great Parsi statesman and the intellectual Dadabhai Naroji. The modern cricket is dominated by tests and one day internationals played between national teams. The players who become famous, who live on the memories of cricket's public, are those who have played for their countries. Players Indian fan remembers even now are those who were the fortunate enough to play Test cricket, like C.K. Naidu, an outstanding Indian batsman of his time, Palwankar Balu, the greatest slow bowler of the time, and Sir Donald Bradman, the best ever batsman in the history of cricket. India entered the world of Test cricket in 1932, a decade and a half before it became an independent nation. This was possible because Test cricket, from its origin in 1877, was organized as a contest between different parts of British Empire, not the sovereign nation. The first test was played between England and Australia when Australia was still a white shelter colony. Changes that came to cricket are the replacement of gentlemanly amateur by the paid professional, the triumph of the one day as it overshadowed Test cricket in terms of popularity, and the remarkable changes in global commerce and technology. With the satellite television, it is now possible to catch live updates of match played anywhere across the world. India has the largest viewership of the game and is the largest market for cricket. 150 years ago, our Parsi ancestor had to struggle to play the game. But today, Indian cricket players are the best paid and the most famous in the world. So, we saw the evolution of the sport cricket, which has earned the worldwide popularity and has been a very popular game in India. This game has just moved above from a sheer sport to a feeling of nationalism. You know how? Indian audience are crazy of cricket, especially during the World Cup. And there are other games, but cricket is considered to be the most popular one. Well, that's all for now. I want you to read the chapter and answer the question answers which I'm going to give it to you in the group. Hope you enjoyed the class. See you soon in my next class. Until then, bye.